Okay, we are back. Day 49. 2100, gonna be 22. Here's our base. It's 12 wide in the bottom. 12 wide gap. We keep everything 2 blocks away from the corners, so they don't get stuck in there and then beat up on the corners. Minimal base. We do have a spotlight on our helmet, and we'll just see how we do here. This base is, I use that one for the first 2 hoards. It's just like this one. It just doesn't have the iron, and it's not made out of concrete. It's made out of wood. The last time they came through this way, the time before they came through that way, and every time other than that they came from that way. So who knows, they might come from this way this time. These are for the cops, protection from the cops when they're puking. You can stand here and not get hit. I had some over this way, but I was able to just back up a little bit, and they were hitting the end, and then I could locate them and shoot them, or run down there and club them. Other than that, I don't know what else to say about it, other than it's been working very well. If you just stay up here, you should be alright. You know, you're gonna have to shoot them, but you know, when you see a cop, you wanna kill him right away. 57, 58. I think I've got 60 minutes time, so it's not too long, not too short. And we'll see where they're coming from. That way is okay. This way is okay. Alright, well, let's get to it. I like the barbed wire because it holds them still. They don't spin around. You can shoot them right in the face, usually. Well, that's one tough nurse. It's kind of nice when they came in from behind my other base, because they just get caught up over there and make things pretty easy. But you can see how easy this stuff is to shoot through. It's definitely my preferred base. It's simple, you can build it very short amount of time with minimal materials. And it does a number on everything that gets in there. And as long as you stay in the middle here, they'll stay away from the edges, and this thing will remain standing. It's 5 blocks high. And I think that, well, there's a 12 wide gap. So total it's 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Not including the steps to get up here. And I'm surprised we haven't seen any cops yet. They usually show up right away. That dog did not survive the spikes. There's our cop. Where's he at? Oh, there he is. Oh, forgot to reload my gun. Actually, I prefer the pistol over most everything else. Can't seem to hit that guy in the head. Get the dog. I think there's another feral. I heard one. There he is. Oh, there's the cop. Took care of him. Oh, one thing I forgot was some repair kits. Yeah, hopefully we'll be alright with that one. Tough guy. And we're looking healthy and everything, so we just continue shooting people or zombies right in the face and dogs. And looks like they've gotten, a lot of them are broke. But that's alright. At least they're not spinning around yet. Yeah, it was a big mistake not to bring any repair kits. I didn't think about that. Yeah, we're about halfway to worn out. And those guys right there, spider zombies, they can't get up here, but they seem to tend to want to stick around the edges there, so I try and get them when they show up. Priority. Well, they are piling up down there. Oops, looked like I was shooting my wooden spikes. Well, I gotta say, this horde is not disappointing. Which one? As you can see, we're pretty safe up here. They're not damaging the base at all. And okay, this guy here. I'm probably losing a bunch of loot down there, but you know, I really don't care at this point. I really do not like the sight of the AK. It just blocks up too much of the view. Not very realistic at all. I think that's why I like the pistol so much, is it's got a nice sight. And it's pretty accurate. We should move over here. They'll follow us. Get stuck in the barbed wire that's remaining. Got a few coming in from the other direction. That guy died, okay. I don't know how much longer this pistol's gonna hold up, but... Oh, come on, hit that guy. There we go. Get him. Oh, that was pretty fast. I didn't expect that to be over so soon. Should probably just take everything sorted out later. Ooh, mini bike frame. And Yeah, I had never seen mini bike parts on zombies before. I think it was a couple hordes ago. Let's go dump some of this stuff off. Well, we're getting lots of stuff, but it's nothing special so far that I've seen. I'm not looking real close, of course. Already full, okay. And I should do a hammer while I'm here. We can do without that one for now. Oh, and I got boots up here too. Alright, let's do that. And I don't know if I think I got maybe one of those cops searched. The other ones are probably despawned. And just like that, day 49 horde. Let's see if anything got caught up over in here. I'm really not seeing anything. And sometimes they get over here, but I didn't see any come from this direction. Oh, I guess we got them all. And now you see how well that base works. You can just stay up there. It looks like we got maybe a little bit of damage. Let's go grab some concrete real quick and see just how bad it was. kind of curious. The spider zombies were spinning around down here, but it doesn't look like they were doing any damage there. I think any damage that we did get was probably from the cops. That was a bit there. And I don't have my hammer, so, but that's alright. Not bad at all. They're nowhere close to being broke. Definitely did take some damage. I'm pretty sure it was from the cops, though. They hit this up here pretty direct a couple of times. And nothing there. Looking good. You want a base that is very low materials. This is a good one to try. And like I say, that's day 49. That was a pretty good horde. And it looks like they did about 20, they wrecked about 20 of these, maybe 25. 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4, 16. Yeah, there's probably 20 of them that I need to replace, but barbed wire fence is really cheap, so there you go. And yeah, they definitely got a few of the spikes, but only had one row out here. Anyways, other than that, yeah, if you're out in the middle of nowhere, just build one of these out of wood. You can chop some rocks and scrap your iron, your raw iron, and build some barbed wire fence, and pretty easy. I think we should let's go see what we got for loot real quick. We've got almost half of one of these full. I've had these totally full before, but that's jumping down and looting as you're killing them, and a lot of times there'll be a lull in the action. That was pretty much non-stop the whole way. But I'm pretty happy with it. It's just what I was trying to figure out. I've built a lot of different bases for Horde Night, and this is by far my favorite one. I mean, I like the one with the pit, with the spikes in the pit and the concrete pillars. That's an awesome base, but it takes like 2 or 3 days to build, and this one just takes a couple of game hours at most. I don't know, 10 minutes. And like I say, this one here was wood. I ran the first 3 hordes off of this one, and I upgraded it for the 3rd one, but the first 2 was just like that, just the wood. And yeah, it seems like sometimes we'll get a little secondary horde that wants to come in here. Looks like we just got 2 of them. You'll see a big string of them walking off into the distance or coming at you. And it's self-cleaning. That can be good or bad depending on how much loot you want to get. I'll take that lead. I thought I saw something over here. I guess not. Well, anyways, there you go. Simple base. If you're gonna build one, how I do it is go up 5, and then I'll put these 3 in, and then go out 4, and it's a 12 wide gap, 12 blocks. So, and then don't try and go all the way; it'll fall. Just go up these and come out 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and they'll meet in the middle. Put your 2 blocks there so you can stand out. And then if you want to get real ambitious, then you put these metal grates around and the little walls there so you can stand behind those when the cops are puking at you. And it looks like I got hit. I'm down only 2 health. I might have slightly got hit by one of those cops. And but yeah, it stops it all from coming through. And these things are 1,000 hit points, so they're pretty tough, especially compared to anything made out of wood. What do we got? We thirsty? Oh, we're probably hungry too. So we'll just grab our stuff here and go put it up. Yeah, the only surprising thing is these mini bike parts. Usually don't see zombies carrying around mini bike parts. And we'll just transfer everything into these ones here. And I can sort it out later. And the next time I'm going to have, look at that, my pistol, it still works. No, it doesn't. It worked, it didn't quit working when I was trying to use it. Oh, here we go. Now it works. And now I've got a whole week to go play around. I'll put some, I'll make a, oh, I've probably got them already made, but I'll put some more, I'll put the barbed wire back down, put 1 row of spikes around it. Like this side doesn't look like it got touched at all, so it'll look just like this on the other side, right? And it's good to go. I mean, that'll take me, what, 5 real life minutes, and then it's ready to roll again. So it's that simple. I just wanted to keep it real simple, basic, low cost. And you know, I'm sure other people have made these type of bases before. I haven't seen any. I've looked at a few on YouTube, but nothing that has this gap. And the whole thing about the gap is so that you can keep your spikes in your barbed wire fence away from this. I try and keep them at least 2 blocks away, and that way they don't get stuck. When they get stuck, they start swinging, you know, and if they're stuck right here beside here, they'll beat this down. And that's how I've had them collapse before, but they were a lot narrower. Where here you've got plenty wide enough gap to get enough stuff in here to kill them off, you know, or help you hold them while you shoot them. And this one has had extra concrete, so I just filled one out of concrete. I put the metal scrap iron grate, is what that's called, up before this was dry, and it collapsed the center. So you want to make sure your concrete, if you do it out of concrete, that it is completely dry before you put these up. You can put the first row up and the other side, but once I started to do these 3 or these 6 on each side, that's what collapsed it. So once it's dry, it's no problem. It's been puked on like many times. Some hoards you get 5 or 6 cops, and it's held up quite nicely. So there you go. If you want a quick, easy base to fight the horde nights, you can put this anywhere. If you're in the city, you may have a problem with bees. You may be able to put a roof on there. I'm kind of leery about doing that, though. Too much weight will collapse this thing. So you could probably do without these solid blocks and just use these grates. That would probably make it a little bit lighter. And if you use these grates, these are 40 iron. That's the most expensive thing going. You could probably do it with wood of some sort, or you know, whatever your preferred material is that you can shoot through, you know. But I like that one because those holes are nice and big, and you can get a really clear view when you're shooting through these. It's not like trying to shoot through that metal railing. You know, it's like looking through this, and yeah, it's just not near as good in my opinion. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that. Later.